The Tigers head back to CQ Arena this Friday night. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now, presented by the Green Turtle.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
White Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and is locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl, chocolate-covered pretzel. How can you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And Coach, Tigers coming off a victory against Loyola. They wear green. Now this Friday, you're going to take on the Catamounts of Vermont. They wear green. Former America East foes for the Tigers. You've played them a couple of times in your tenure. This is always one of the top mid-major teams in the country. They've won 20 games, 8 of the last 9 years.
Yeah, they're a terrific basketball team. Just got into preparation on them. They've got a kid, Anthony Lamb, front court player, who's reminds me a lot, and everybody as good as the kid Brantley at Charleston. He is a difficult matchup, and they've got 3 brothers, the Duncan brothers, that are all good players from Indiana. John Becker's done a great job. It's going to be a really good measuring stick for us to see how much better we've improved. You know, you talk a lot about, obviously you want to win the games. We talk to our guys. It's more about the process. As you continue to get better, if you do things the right way, the results will eventually take care of themselves. But we'll have a big test on Friday night.
This is a team that comes in. They're going to play George Washington before they play Towson, so they're down here for basically a week, I guess. They're 3-3 on the year. They played Kansas tough. They played Louisville really tough. I know they probably are disappointed they lost to Bucknell the other night, but again, this is a team that is battle tested already 6 games into the season.
Yeah, and they should have beat Bucknell. They kind of at the last couple of minutes, kind of uncharacteristic plays for them. But yeah, they're good. They won't be rattled. Like I said, it's a really good measuring stick. Reminds you of like playing Northeastern type of team. You know, good spacing, good shooting. They have obviously a special post player in the kid Lamb, who's inside.
Yeah, he's
out.
averaging almost 21 points a game.
Yeah, it would be good if maybe we gave him the wrong start time for the game on Friday night. So yeah, we got, like I said, it's good. Our guys will be excited to play. Got to have good preparation, good week of practice leading up to it. But it's certainly a team that would be a factor in our conference. There's no question about that.
So your team is coming off the victory against Loyola, and you want to build on that. And a nice performance, especially in the second half against the Greyhounds. What do you do this week to try to keep that enthusiasm and energy up from that second half of the Loyola game? Yeah,
I still think we've got work to do. Transition defense, guarding the ball, contesting shots. We'll really try to, can we get a little bit better at that? And then offensively, things we've spoken about as far as understanding spacing so that we take care of the ball and shot selection so that when we rebound and get to the foul line, we have a chance to be a good club and hopefully a different club than a lot of the teams in our league. And that's something that we're, I think, still trying to get across to our guys. You know, we might not be a team that's going to make 11 threes and a half, but we can have those spurts because of our depth and bodies and athleticism where we kind of weigh you down. I was talking to a couple of guys today. It's about being in a prize. You don't try to throw the knockout punch right away. You got to get to the body and try to wear guys down a little bit. I think our team is built like that if we're going to become pretty good.
You're playing so many freshmen, and you know, Timberlake's getting a lot of minutes, Solomon's getting a lot of minutes, Betran, Dotton, all these guys, all these freshmen. You always hear coaches say later on in the year, well, you know, they're not freshmen anymore. At what point do they not become freshmen anymore?
Well, they're not because they're playing. You don't get any bonus points for playing them. The other night against Loyola, we gave up like 9 points on freshman backdoor layups, so we were reminded of that as we watched tape. But you know, you got to get them game experience. Freshmen also got to understand that you know you got to just keep getting better. It's not always going to be easy. I think the guys that kind of accept that about just kind of getting through the process end up being pretty good players too. But there's no substitute for game experience for these guys.
And the other thing is, you know, you've got Fobbs and Howard who were junior college players, and that's still different than playing Division I basketball.
Yeah, it's definitely different. First of all, the level of competition is different. Every team in Division I got guys who can play. And, you know, not that they weren't at good junior colleges and that stuff, but this is just a whole different level of play. So those guys would be the first to tell you it's different, it's harder, it's longer. You know, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. It just doesn't work that way.
Jordan McNeil got his first minutes of the year in the Bahamas after suffering a hand injury before the season started. Where does he stand right now as far as his health and how he can help you?
Yeah, he's fine, healthy. It was funny, not funny, because he missed 6 weeks. We thought we might get him back after 4. We didn't. And then he practiced 5 minutes before the first game of the Bahamas and just played all weekend. So I think that was a little bit of an adjustment period. We're going to need him, and he's going to have nights where he scores. We really need him to be like a stabilizing force, mentally tough. He's, you know, I love the kid, mostly because I tell this story a lot when we talk about Jordan. He was a guy that his first couple of years didn't play as much as he wanted, and we told him, until you become a top 3 worker, you probably won't play. And after his sophomore year that summer, he was unanimous choice as the best worker in the program. So guys like that buy in. He's been a good student. He comes from a good family. You know, you really want to see those guys do well, and I think he's going to have a good year for us.
Also helps you a lot defensively.
Yeah, he's just smart. He knows where he's supposed to be. I don't want to give him too much sugar. He just came back, but he's a key guy for us.
All right, so the Tigers will take on Vermont Friday night at CQ Arena. Can you name a famous alum from the University of Vermont? I got one that's going to surprise you.
Ben and Jerry?
They probably are, but how about a guy that Boston thinks is their own? Ben Affleck went to the University of Vermont.
Is that right?
That's right.
That's impressive, Spiro. That is impressive.
Doesn't that disappoint you that he didn't go to a school in Massachusetts?
It's only about 4 hours up the road.
Okay.
Straight shot.
Anyway, the Tigers and the Catamounts will be in action 7 o'clock on Friday night at CQ Arena. If you can't make it out, I'll have the call for you on CBS Sports Radio 1300 and TowsonTigers.com. For the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. And as always, go Tigers.